Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live from day 3 of the Singapore Fintech Festival. And joining me for this segment, we have Laurence Thiery. She's the head of Financial Services Business Development in the APAC region at Amazon Web Services. We're going to take a look at cloud adoption among APAC financial institutions. Laurence, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
At the Fintech Festival. It's amazing, just all the talent that's put together in this festival. And, the APAC Financial Services State of Play, how far along is that when it comes to cloud adoption?
So we are seeing cloud adoptions across Asia Pacific, and that's over 20 plus countries, obviously Singapore, but Hong Kong, India, Australia, and many more countries. And that adoption is from the fintech, obviously being at the Fintech Festival, to the large financial services organizations. And that's across all segments: banking, capital market, obviously with Nasdaq, payments and insurance. Now, what I would say is actually I have interviewed a number of our AWS customers over the past 2 days. Singapore Exchange, Singlife, AXA, the Union Bank of Philippines. I'm sure I'm missing many more. And actually the APAC platform, and I know you talked about that as well, that was launched by Affin, runs on AWS. The last thing I'll mention that's really interesting in Asia Pacific is there are a number of initiatives that are either market or regulatory driven that are best actually executed on the cloud. 2 good examples: open banking, and you probably have seen DBS launching over 150 APIs on AWS. And the second one is digital licenses, whether they are insurers or banking, and that's happening across the region. You have companies like Jinja in Australia, which is a digital bank, or Bowtie in Hong Kong, that was one of the first insurers, and both of them run on AWS.
Yeah, it's really encouraging to see the mass cloud adoption. And what do you think is really driving it with FSI organizations?
I mean, there are really 3 main drivers that we're seeing here in the region. The first one is agility, innovation, and I would say operational efficiency. So when you think about agility, we're really talking about, the speed and shortening that time to market to either, create new customer experience or actually build new offerings. Alliance, I'm going to take a UK example, but they built a new pet insurance online platforms in just 3 months. It would have taken them 18 months otherwise. The second one around innovation, if you think about the AWS platform, it has a lot of tools to help those, companies to experiment and to innovate, even better. You think about machine learning, artificial intelligence, or analytics. Again, a great example, and I would pick Thailand now a little bit closer to home. Sunday Insurance actually build, personalized policies for their customers that are typically 10 to 20% cheaper than the traditional players, just because they use some of their machine learning capability. And then the last one is actually operational efficiency. You talked to Union Bank, I think on Monday. They have been able to use our storage capability and cut their tape cost by 35% by migrating onto the platform.
Yeah, that's quite incredible. And it seems like there's a lot of common success factors that you've seen among the customers.
That's true. So I would pick 2, maybe 4, and actually they are not specific to Asia Pacific. We see that globally, but they are pervasive across the region. The first one, it's going to sound a little bit obvious, but frankly, it's the alignment and the commitment of the senior executive team. That's utmost important. And the second one actually is about really thinking and setting a bold goal, for the organization to do that migration to cloud. That's going to drive that organization to move even faster. And over time, actually, they're going to migrate to a more cloud-first strategy. National Australia Bank is a great example where they've actually done exactly that. They have over 100 applications right now running on AWS, and they are setting a goal for them by 2020 to migrate 35% of their technology platform.
Yeah, it's amazing going back to Union Bank of Philippines. We had them on Monday, as you were saying, and it's quite incredible to see how AWS is actually helping management teams and their customers achieve these objectives, which could not have been done from an operational and efficiency perspective before.
Yeah, that's true. So, the way we help customers is actually along 2 main lines. And there are obviously many others, but really we meet our customers wherever they are on their journey, and they are all at different paths of the journey. The 2 points I'll mention is training. And usually customers are very successful when they reach out for help, either from AWS or from our large ecosystem of partners. Training is one of the most important one, and that's about reskilling and retooling the organization to be able to be efficient on the new cloud technologies. Again, National Australia Bank, they have trained by now 4,000 of their staff and certified 500 of them with what they call the NavGuild program that was launched a year ago. The second piece that I'll mention is actually security and compliance. It's extremely important in financial services. We have experts that help our customers actually implement secure and scalable cloud environment, and that is designed to align with both their risk appetite as an organization, as well as, I would say, the most stringent regulatory requirements across the region.
All right, Laurence, thanks so much for joining us at the Fintech Festival.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.